Welcome back to another edition of the weekly Raiderland Roundtable. We're outdoors today because it was summer up until today. We're at Gators Bayou on the patio. And yes, I will answer the question you desperately want to know. They do have frog legs, and they do taste like chicken. Texas Tech and West Virginia, the Hillbillies are rolling into town. They're bringing their couches. They're burning them on the porch. How do the Red Raiders beat Dana Holgerson's squad?
Well, I think this wind blew in for a reason, right? Maybe a little wind gust right when they're trying to kick the go-ahead field goal.
Well, they got rid of their 55-yard field goal kicker this week.
Okay, well, you're just going to have to outscore them, unfortunately. That's as simply put as possible. Sorry, I stole your Clint.
Million-dollar
answer
budget.
there, Clint.
Million-dollar budget, and he's telling me we got to outscore them. Why am I here?
Yeah, so besides offense, I think it's in the red zone. West Virginia's red zone defense is probably one of the best ones in the country. They've had 16 opportunities from other offenses. They've only allowed 7 touchdowns. And they've gotten better each year. The teams they're playing are averaging 38, 27, 29 points per game between Missouri, BYU, and Kansas State. And they've only given up 17 or less in each of those contests. So in the red zone, that's where Tech – what do we all remember from that last game? That 4th and 2 from the 3-yard line.
Missed opportunities.
You cannot miss opportunities like that. You have to score in the red zone.
Cash in every time. I don't care whether it's a field goal or whether it's a touchdown. Cash in.
You got to stop their run game. I know that's a simple one, but, I mean, they've got 2 running backs plus Skylar Howard's able to run the ball as well. I'll give you a somewhat legitimate answer.
All right, that's a somewhat, because that's why I was going to Clint next for a legitimate answer.
For an illegitimate answer?
An illegitimate answer from an illegitimate prognosticator.
Exactly. I don't think that it matters. The red zone, I don't think matters at all. And I'm just saying that because Travis said it does, and I don't care. And so I'm just going to have to go with David. I think that whoever at the end of the game when the clock's out, whoever has more points wins.
Clinton Stevenson, everybody. The thing that's different about this West Virginia team, they play defense and they run the football. They're rushing it at 60% of the time right now. They ran for 300 on Tech a year ago. It's not your typical air raid offense. I think that's a big challenge for the Red Raiders.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I think that's what I was trying to mention after my Clint stealing of the thunder. If they don't stop the run, I mean they don't really. It's not a time of possession thing for them because, oddly enough, the Red Raiders are second in the Big 12 in time of possession right now, but they're still struggling to
just
eke out
cash
these
it
ball
in.
games.
Yeah, and I think a big thing, Tech's defense surprisingly is decent on third down conversions and what they give up on third down. What's shocking is fourth down conversions, and West Virginia has already gone for it 5 times this year. They're 60% on fourth downs. What's Tech giving up on fourth downs? 60%. So I think you're going to be in 4-down territory pretty quickly with that offense under Dana Holgerson.
I'm not going to ask anybody for an actual score prediction, but just with a show of whatever, everybody think this is about a touchdown game, one way or the other?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 points. I
10
say 10
points?
points is probably the most. You see.
Okay, either way.
Either way.
Okay, I'll go with that. Special teams have been a grease fire for the Red Raiders here lately. How do you fix special teams? You are little known as a special teams coordinator back in your days in your youth.
Right.
What would you do to fix Texas Tech special teams?
Well, I think that you hire a special teams coach. I heard that a moment ago because I had no idea how to answer this question. But when I heard the geniuses I'm sitting with say it, you do that.
Yeah.
That'd be it.
That would be it. Hire a special. Why is he here? How did he get in here?
I don't know, but he apparently was listening to this side of the round table that doesn't have a table this week.
Yeah, we can't even afford the table this week.
Well, if he's going to steal our answer, I guess I'll just go with don't score as many points, dang it, so your special teams isn't out there, right?
You're welcome.
I think the biggest key when you think of special teams is not making them literally look special while they're out there.
Yes.
And maybe try to tackle the guy who runs the ball back towards you.
There's an idea.
That's a start.
All right, they've got a well-respected coach handling special teams this year. Mm-hmm. To me, it all goes back to one, let's not call them special teams anymore because they're not playing special. Call them anything else but that. Then it's all about the personnel you use. Your personnel aren't good enough to not use your best players. I don't care, and that's the problem when you're playing 91 offensive snaps a game. You got to rest these guys sometimes. Sorry, you don't have that luxury if you're a Texas Tech. You play frontline starters, and don't give me any more lip service as coaches about how important special teams are. It's usually one of the least things you do in practice. You don't spend a lot of time on it. You don't even recruit guys to kick half the time. Just, you've got to make more of an effort to make that an important side of the ball. Players pick up on it. You've got to get better at special teams if you're Texas Tech. Now, the serious portion of today's roundtable, Dana Holgerson coming back, the former Red Raider assistant. He's got some of the best hair in the Big 12, maybe all Big 12 first team on the hair front. as you look at Holgerson hair through the years and right now, is that a hairstyle or a lifestyle?
It's 3 hairstyles, really. It's 3 hairstyles on one head. It really is. We're talking about that, and one thing I noticed, all of us, is the
have great hair.
Our hair is blowing, but if you look at Travis, his hair doesn't move.
No.
He's like a Lego man or something with his hair on there. No, his hair, because you mentioned that we were going to talk about this, and I think it's the most important part of what we're doing today. He's got a thing like between evangelist and like a greasy mullet 70s porn star thing going on his head. But I mean, it works for him. So, and I can't talk about, but somebody here said something about putting in implants, and he's doing the Eddie Munster now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope he doesn't see this and beat the crap out of me.
I agree. We love Dana, first and foremost. Dana's a great guy. But Dana's hair does kind of have a life of its own. He's all Big 12.
Oh, I think he's all Big 12. I will say that Mike Gundy is a close second, maybe 1B, but for the sheer fact that I don't think Dana spends any time on his hair makes him all Big 12.
It's very Leachian in his approach to the hair.
Mike Gundy's is very well groomed. He spends time on it. You can tell that he gets it cut quite a bit. Maybe not as much as other coaches in the Big 12, but definitely spends way too much time on it.
Who spends more money on their? Which coach spends the most money and the most time with their hair?
I'm going to gamble that maybe it is Gundy that spends more time, because he's got to make that mullet look a certain way.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Cliff gets his hair cut for free by this point.
Yeah, he's not. So that's a trick question. Cliff spends no money on his hair.
Yeah, but it's
all
good
talk.
as it looks all the time. But yeah, with Dana, I mean, it's free flowing. It especially looks really good. I remember in college it looked really well. Even at 2:30 in the morning at Shooters for some reason, the night before a game, it looked great.
Still look good.
Still look good.
And
Even surrounded by the amount of women. Yes, that's right.
I'm going to go wild card here. I think the guy who spends the most on his hair is Bill Snyder. Go with me on this. This is what happens. You get older, your family's a little older. All of a sudden, you're going to get your hair cut where your wife goes, because you just kind of given up. And it's expensive when you go into a salon versus a barbershop. And I can certainly see, it's haircut day around the Snyder household, and he just rolls in with the family, and there they are at the Manhattan Deli and Salon. That's a $30 haircut easily.
Yeah, well, I know all about that.
The question is, has he outlived his barber?
Twice. We love hanging out here at Gators Bayou. They have some fantastic Louisiana-style food, 98th and Quaker. Come on out and check it out. It's fantastic. And I'm not kidding about the old frog legs. They got them here. They're on the menu. They're very good. And they have a great Sunday brunch here as well. So if you're in town for the game this weekend for homecoming, you're looking for a little Sunday brunch out here, I highly recommend Gators Bayou. Thanks, guys. Comment away. You can make fun of our hair. We don't care.